That's literally the worst thing that you can do with USA. To not upgrade your outpost. Nothing else is really happening here. To be honest, Josh should be trying to go for the counter run. Make the distraction here, get the native for himself. Like, this is not the spot that you want to run to, especially when you're losing your natives. It's way more important to go for the counter run. Here we are. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. What's up, boys and girls? How you all doing? We're here with the first game of the quarterfinals between Team Are We Winning Sun and Barely Legal. This is technically the first series and match of Barely Legal. And this game they have picked Spain and Ottoman. However, on the other side of the map, we got Are We Winning Sun. They had an interesting performance on the first series that they had versus Jaegerchere is chasing me. And here they are going with USA and Germany. This is a very interesting civilization combo. If they time their cards, so technically USA can overpop the settler wagons from Germany, but I'm not too sure if they do have that. But if they do, they could potentially do a really nice 7 settler wagon USA, which is very good, I would say. Probably what USA needs with the current nerfs and bans on the tournament. Because the Texas Egypt is technically banned, so the Team Settler wagon could come very handy for them. And let's check with Ottoman's deck. So it does seem like... Wait. Okay, first thing that comes to my mind and also to my eyes. What is 9 Infinite Jan? Like, why would you go for that? I mean, that's an interesting card to pick. So, as for Ottoman, the Granite Launcher and the team, not the team, the 9 Infinite Sufi allies were also banned. So, technically, he could add a lot of cards, but I'm not too sure why he just went for this deck. Is he missing something, though? I have a feeling something is missing. Because technically he does have extensive fortification, and considering the fact that the Sufis are not there inside the deck, and the granite launcher is also not there, so that's the space technically for... no, he's not really missing anything actually. He got everything. It's just the fact that having 9 infinite Jans is not really the best. Meanwhile, Style managed to get himself 20% HP buff from the treasure. Very good upgrade for the explorers. Probably I would say it would have been the best for either Spain or probably USA. Because USA Explorer, you will use him a lot during the fight. So it would be way more beneficial if they're tanky. But other than the fact that he got infinite 9 gens, everything else inside the deck is very standard. Got capitalism, got the eco theory, wood trade, all the eco cards are there. H2, Abus, and Grenadier, HP buff, extensive fortification, training speed, battlefield construction, and church card. Got the giant combat, calf combat, artillery combat, and the auto units combat card, and also heavy infantry cost reduction card for auto. And of course the Devil Factory, as well as the Infinite Bombard. The only card I'm not really satisfied in this deck is 9 Jans. Probably would have been the best if you go for improved buildings or stonemason, or I'm pretty sure there are other cards that you can pick with Ottoman and would probably benefit more than that card. Let's check Betty's deck. So no capitalism. Got the unction, eco cards. I'm surprised he did go for archaic infantry hit points. So technically, Team Fedi is providing 0 team card to one another. Ottoman does not have a single team card. And, well, Spain, with this deck, does not have a single team card either. The thing is, even if he went for team melee infantry, it wouldn't benefit Ottoman at all, because they do not have a single unit that benefits from that. So probably it's just the best to go with archaic infantry hit point, because it does affect the 2P and the Caribs. So this is technically the best card he could go for, as well as the dogs and the cougars that you can train. So this is technically the best card that you can go for in this map. And it does seem like he's going with extensive fortification. And the Sienda card, archaic combat, calf combat, the Lancer card, training speeds, cheap nats, Spanish gold, guerrilla tactics. Well, they've changed the name now, but the range infantry attack card, infinite lancer, Devil Factory, and the Volcans. Let's check Germany's deck. Simlek Stylo is just about to go to Fortress, and let me check actually. Is Josh maxed on settler wagons yet? No, not yet. So with a bit of coordination, I guess they would be able to get the settler wagons overpopped. So probably it would be the best for Stylo to just go for the, I mean, let's see how much wood he got. Alright, so it seemed like he gotta go with refrigeration for the first card. And then after that, probably going with the German farmers would be the best. And then after that, he can send team settler wagons. I'm not sure what he aged up with. Is it the TC or the wood? I didn't check. Oh, it's the bishop. Okay, so you got the TC. So technically, he could go for the German farmers. That would have been a better option. I thought he went with the fast age up, but it seemed like he is going with the TC wagon. But at this point, if he went with the German farmers, it would have been a better choice. But because as of now, he only got like 4 bills on food, so the refrigeration is not really impactful. So it's way better to just get that card so you can start maxing out your settler wagons faster. Right, so he's already queuing in the 2-team settler wagon. Let's check Josh. Right, he's already maxed, so he's maxed on settler wagon. No church yet by USA. Only that's the most essential card. Sorry, that's the most essential building that you should build with USA. But it seems like he's delaying his church by quite a lot. So let's get back to Stylo. The 2-team settler wagon is coming in. Now that's USA with 7 settler wagon. Very nice, very helpful. So got all the eco cards. Prince Elector, Team Cav Attack, Cav HP, the Advanced Arsenal Training Speeds, and obviously on H3 you got the Cav Combat, cheaper Nats. It does seem like Germany gonna go with the natives. And as well as the Scarem HP, Ulan Combat, and Devil Factory, Habsburgs, Infinite Heavy, and obviously the buff on the settler wagons. So the deck is very standard for a team game. Nothing too special about it. Let's check on Joshy Boy. Just got the Philadelphia coin trickle from the church. So it's gonna smooth out the boom. I'm surprised he's gathering coin right now. Like, usually at this stage with the USA boom, you don't even need to gather coin. So you will have enough coin from the bank and also the coin trickle that you get from the church. I mean, as of now, you can see you got more than enough coin. Is over gathering the coin. You should make the switch. The boom is not going that ideal. Anyways, as for the deck, it seems like I'm surprised he didn't go with the Spanish immigrant, because that's a very good card for USA. That card gives so much XP. It's something that you don't want to miss. Like, when you have it versus the time when you don't have it, you can definitely feel the difference. That you will be able to send all the cards. So with this current deck, I'm not sure which approach of the boom he's going for. Is it going to be the wood and food boom and then just make the switch on the coin last minute, or is it going to be sending all the coin cards as well? But I believe if he send the coin cards, he might have issues in terms of getting the advanced arsenal or even getting his overpop in time, because he doesn't have the Spanish immigrant card. And at the same time, he's not getting the TP. But I guess it's okay, because, as I've said, Germany, USA, and Mexico are the civilizations that need the trade posts, so they can get a lot of XP from them. But if I'm to give priority between these civilizations, it's going to be probably Mexico, then USA, and then Germany. Mexico is very card heavy, and like in terms of USA and Germany, it's obviously USA on the priority, because they have so many cards with the standard deck and also the age up options and everything that they get, so you need to send a lot of cards. Hello Dramos, how you doing? So it does oh, he's going with South Carolina. It's a very nice age up. Finally we see someone in the tournament that goes with South Carolina inside the tournament. That took a while. I mean, if you went with the, I would call that the worst build order with USA, which you go with New Jersey and infinite crates, that would be very bad against Ottoman, because there is no way you can catch up with the Ottoman runs. But at least this way you will have the chance to even out in terms of the runs and the splits. So he did go with, obviously, Pennsylvania. And going with the Indiana. And now got South Carolina. And probably the last age up. Not really sure what is he going for. Yeah, he's going for Illinois. So that's like very standard. If he wanted to go with the mercenary build order, you should have taken a different approach, which would be going with the New Jersey age up, so you can have the fast shipments to spam these dwarves. But with this build order, that Texas is also banned, I would say this is like the best build order for USA inside the tournament. So it does have double wood chopping card, very good, very useful. Because USA is very wood heavy with especially with this build and the state militias spamming that you will be doing. And got the musket combat, rifle combat, the Marine upgrade card, cheap plus, and the training speed. The eco cards are there, advanced arsenal, infinite mortar as the infinite card. It's very essential if you're doing the running deck. I would say like infinite mortar for USA is probably the best infinite card you can get, because by default USA, I would say, is not the best civ in terms of pushing. So the infinite mortar definitely gives them the upper hand in that case, so you can have the aggression with the mortars constantly. And on H4, get the horse art HP card and the training speed. So this is a card that I would debate on taking or not taking. There are definitely other cards that you could potentially look into, but as of now, it's his way of doing this build. I would say definitely like Spanish immigrant is a better option compared to this card, because it helps to max out your card and also just stack so much XP during the fight as well to send more infinite cards as well. And got the fortification card, which helps him to set up forts faster and also gives him 2 build limit and reduce the cost of the fort. The Minuteman adds plus 10 Minutemen to every time that you call them. Well, they're technically Marines, not Minutemen. And obviously the 10% eco buff on the food. You should be sending that as well, like very soon. I suppose that's gonna be the next card that he will be getting. Has he taken the upgrade? Yeah, he has. Okay. Now these should be very cheap. Let me check. Yeah, they're 188. Quite cheap. Wait, let me see. How many gold mine? 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's already half map. That's a very far gold mine that he sent like all the settler wagons as well. So you got like 3 gold mine, that's like 6k coin. You could technically go with the no coin build order during the boom. So just the factories on coin and the bank and the trickle and, well, a bit of mining would do the job to sustain the coin during the boom. And obviously, as USA, you're not that gold heavy because of the Marine, because of the state militia. Like, that's mainly your unit during the fight. And obviously we'll be spamming a lot of trees. So it's quite wood heavy. And obviously the husks, they're gonna be like very cheap. And in general, like hussars are very food heavy, same as the regulars, which are the musketeers with USA. Both units are food heavy, so you don't need that much coin technically during the start. I mean, it's a bit edgy, but it does help you to skip 3 cards so you can send other cards. Especially with this build that he's running. He's gonna have a bit of issue in terms of cards. So that would be way more helpful. Pet XXDM, I know, right? Thank you, deck, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. And as for this side, Fed got the trade post. How greedy. I mean, with Spain, you technically never need a TP because Spain does have the bonus of having extra XP. Like, that's just the civilization bonus. So it would be way better to give the TP to Ottoman. So you can just max out 1 or 2 cards before fight. That definitely boosts the Ottoman power spike. I think the Natsiv should take the TP. I mean, you can do it post boom. So the native player can just switch the TP to resource later on. But during the boom, it's better to give to a civ that could benefit more from having the card. Like with Spain, you never have card issues because you always... I mean, thanks to Spain bonus, where you get extra XP, it's way better to... Like, you're fine on your own, so it's way better to just provide it to Ottoman. So they can send 2 more cards before 40. And, well, it helps them more on controlling the map. You get better start in Nat. That is true, but considering the fact that native is mainly focused on one side and the outer players are playing the whole map, it's better to have the outer players to get the map control and then just have the TP for the native player later on. I mean, the TP does provide resource later on, after you max out the cards. In my opinion, that's more valuable than having it on the native player. Like, in general, the TP during the boom is mainly for the card. Like, you never switch TP during the boom to resources. So it's mainly for the cards to max out for the civ that lacks the cards. They probably banned House. Oh no, I already pinned the Steve bans and picks inside the pinned message. So the bans were Japanese, Russia, France, and Dutch. So Hausa and Haudenosaunee are still available. It seemed like they target ban Missy. And considering this game Missy is going with Ottoman, I can suspect Missy going for Sweden on next game. Next game gonna be on Pampa Sierra. Probably not the best map for Sweden though, but we'll see what Missy will be picking. I mean, I don't say it's a bad map for Sweden, it's just not the map for Sweden to go with the wood builder there. But then again, he can go for it if he wants to. And it doesn't... I doubt Missy knows the other build orders with Sweden. I mean, as for the boom. So, we'll see. Maybe he will pull out a rabbit out of the hat and plays a defensive. Dutch, not sure. That is... Dutch ban is from Fed and Missy's team. So once again, this is like probably the best map for Spain. With these natives, Spain is just too dangerous. Like those natives get so much stat that you can just roll your opponent by just right-clicking the natives into artillery or something like that. So you definitely want to look forward for that. And I'm not too sure what style we're gonna go in terms of the native pick for the Prince Elector. I've said so many times for this map what is the best native yet that you can go for Germany. But I'm not too sure what style we're gonna go. Probably he's gonna go with the Hanover again. Like, I just don't understand why people don't understand how the map worked for different variations of cards and builds. Like, not every map Hanover is perfect. Not every map. What else do we have? Like, Mexico is not the best on every map. Spain is not the best on every map. So, like, there are many aspects when the map is changing, which players seem to forget time to time on how to put the map into play and use their build based on the map, rather than playing a general build on every map. No Circle Army? No, Circle Army is banned. Circle Army is banned, as well as the 17 Musketeer age up for Germany. So these are the restrictions. It is somewhat behind in terms of the boom. It does have a good sustain. Wait, did Freddy age up with Mercs, or did he age up with the coin crate or something like that? I didn't check that. We'll see once he pop out his overpop. But I mean, these Mercs aren't like too bad. Canary is a very good mercenary that you can have. Oh god, Fed forgot to switch his haciendas to food. That's another reason his boom is a bit behind. He's missing a factory worth of food from both of these haciendas. So every second he is not on food, he's missing a lot of food on those haciendas. I wonder for how long it's gonna stay on cow. So that would be interesting to watch. I'm not really a big fan of this section of the map for Freddy and Missy's wall and base setup. I doubt he will be able to build anything here. You can't even squeeze an outpost. You can't just put like one outpost here, but I doubt he will do that. Yeah, this section is quite vulnerable. Potentially, Josh can use this section toward his advantage. And considering this setup, probably can go for like... He can go for like... I mean, he could potentially like squeeze 2 layers here, but then he won't have space to build anything. Seems like he's just building the barracks there, so I assume he's gonna have the remaining space with the walls. I'm good, man. How are you doing? He already did the trade. Now getting the upgrades. Let's see. Fed is still on. Oh, finally. Finally did the switch. Fed probably will need more coin. Because with 2 Hacienda, you don't want to have more than 40 vills on food with Spain, especially during the boom. And especially in this map, you will need a lot of wood because of the natives, so you should definitely try to chop more wood. Let me see, is he maxed on upgrades? No goon upgrade, no musket upgrade. The horse sword and the horse sword and mortar upgrade are still pending. This is a very defensive way for Ottoman to set the buildings. Like, especially for this section, which is next to the cliff and the native. These buildings should be rather outside, so they will be in the defensive, on the offensive position. But, I mean, regardless, it's not like a huge difference, because at the end of the day, it's just 1 layer of wall. It's just trying to play it safe. Regardless of that, like, USA is not a civ that can just melee siege your buildings. Like, they get the regulars and the husk that they can siege on close range. So this is like, I would say, somewhat not effective. Like, that's the best way I can put it. Josh is... yeah, it seemed like Josh is skipping the coin cards. Still got this card to tech. Not card, the tech that he needs to take. That will help him with the flag replacement. Hold on a second. Oh, it's here. I was looking for the second factory. I was like, where the hell is the other factory? And also, Josh haven't maxed out the houses. Still got 11 houses to build, so that's 220 XP. That's a lot of XP. Already got the fort. Probably would have been the best to place the fort around this section, so you can defend the cliff. So instead of this stable, it would have been better to have the fort there. I'm not too sure why he didn't do that. Seems like now he's finally starting to make the walls on this side. Yeah, Josh is going with the run. Dramos, can you put the bracket link inside the chat? Let's check the scouting. It seemed like Josh is actually trying to scout, see if he can find any weak spots. to go for. Potentially can go for here. He's scouting it. So probably he will see that this is not the best spot for them. I mean, there are still two more layers that he can build. Oh, there we go. We can see his point of view. He's already seeing this spot. He's looking at it. So he's definitely gonna plan something for that spot. I mean, now he's finally seeing that there is another layer going up. Thank you, Dramos. But they do know the factory. That's actually not a bad scouting at all. Rather decent. There are shit ton of walls here, actually. 2, 4, 6 layers of wall. This is somewhat useless. I don't know what this wall is protecting. And the thing is, like, inside the base is not really... I don't think there is a running spot inside their eco. Like, they could potentially make a run here or here, but other than that, everywhere else is, like, stacked. So there is no space to run. And let me check. Even if Ottoman comes here, there is no space to make any sort of military building. Unless they destroy the first TC, then yeah, they can make a spot to build inside the eco. But other than that, no. Do wonder what Petty gonna go with the start army. Since there is 3-minute delay, I'm not gonna discuss any sort of start army on either of them. Or even highlight them if they are there. So after the 3 minutes we can, because by that time they're already inside the fight, so nothing would matter. This is a rather decent setup by Team RV Winning Sun, because I mean, look at this, like all of them have a military building there. Actually, this would have been better if there was like a stable here instead of a barracks. There are like too many barracks. And also there's no artillery foundry there as backup. Seems like they're trying to close the choke. And as for this side, I can definitely see this as a weak spot. I mean, lucky for them, there is... I mean, they don't have a sieve that they can go for the eco. I mean, they could potentially dot box that, but I doubt they're gonna do that. Let's see, did he even upgrade the dops? Yeah, he did, okay. You could potentially dot box that. I mean, that's quite vulnerable. Technically, you just need to break this and break that. This is open. This is open. And can the dops pass through here? I'm not sure. Probably they can. And then this is open. And then after that, the base is open. So technically, it needs to just destroy 2 walls. And consider the fact that both Spain and Otto have the overpop on the start. It would be very hard for them to stop any sort of run inside their eco. So that would be an interesting one. Am I really a big fan of this by Josh? Probably not. Like, this is not the best start army you could go for. He's already maxed. Got 45 state militia.
Yes.
These 4 coals are quite useless. I'm not sure what he's thinking. It would have been way better to just go for 4 mortars so he can stop the runs from Ottoman. The wheels are going back. Is there any... No, there is no state militia inside the natives to run into the native. However, Missy got decent amount of Jans that are inside the native. And Fed did age up with mercs. Fed is actually a full Lancer. Full Lancer, 4 mortars. That's an interesting choice for the unit comp. And there are a lot of settler war wagons. The fight is about to start. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. The units are walking in. These 2Ps are probably in the worst spot that they could be. Oh, here comes the Jans. The native's gonna be destroyed. Joshi Boy is trying to react, but there are just too many Jans there right now. Can use the Caribs immediately. There is no mortar here to stop the run. The start army of Germany is getting wiped. That's very normal. Like, against Spain, there are not that many civs that they can go toe to toe. It does seem like Spain will be able to deny the natives and control the native. Let's see how many techs Josh got. He's just about to get the upgrade, but I'm pretty sure the native gonna go down. The mortars are walking directly for the native. Another 3 shots and the natives are down. Here we have the state militias inside the native. Joshi Boy is trying to take the control. We had a bit of dops in the corner, but they were not really successful. And they assume it's just 4 layers of wall, but nothing else is really happening. I mean, if you want to commit into dops, you have to commit fully. Stylo just sent the Prince Electors, so let's see what he's going for. He went with the Honor. Pretty standard. Oh god, the outposts are not upgraded by USA. This is a blunder. That's literally the worst thing that you can do with USA. To not upgrade your outpost. Nothing else is really happening here. To be honest, Josh should be trying to go for the counter run. Make the distraction here, get the native for himself. Like, this is not the spot that you want to run to, especially when you're losing your natives. It's way more important to go for the counter run, so you can make the distraction. The native embassy is gone, and also the trade post is gone as well. Stylo does not have a trade post, neither a native embassy to make the natives. There are few units, and they're not really doing anything. Missy is going with the aggressive walls. A lot of stacked buildings. I wonder if he's making any sort of mortar here right now. 4 mortars coming in the middle. There's going to be a lot of pressure there. The native is finally denied. Not much investment by Josh in that corner. Seems like he's going for the mortars right away. Should try to kill the villager immediately before he gets walled in. We see him maintaining the trees. Yeah, he is. So he's gonna be just fine. Stylo is getting the natives. Seems like RV Winning Son is doing better now, trying to control the map better. How is Fedi's resource situation? Not too bad, not too bad. Gold is somewhat low, but not awful. Still got plenty of res. USA doesn't have the flag. He should try to place the flag somewhere so he won't be losing the position. The native is still vulnerable, so Josh can still technically go for a run into the native. He's completely open. There is a very big hole that he can probably abuse and go for. The native embassy is denied once again. Stylo should try to make the native embassy in the more safe spot. I would say like probably here, here, and here would be the best. As long as they don't die, it's fine. Seems like they finally managed to get the control. A bit of overinvestment. 4 pop are idle in the corner. The flag is placed. He's trying to set up a fort there. He needs more outposts in this spot. A lot of fusiliers. They are quite free actually for state militias. He needs more state militia there actually. And they do have a lot of buildings here, but at the same time you don't want to lose a spot behind your walls as USA, because once you do that you won't be able to place the flag and then it would be a disaster. Seems like Josh is very occupied inside the natives. He's trying to help Stylo. Fedi is dropping, so as Stylo, the nats are fully upgraded. This is probably the worst spot that he could go for the natives. I mean the native embassy. Fedi has sent the fortified forgot. Extensive fortification. Oh my god, my brain. Has already sent the extensive fortification. No feast warriors for Fedi just yet. Germany is on 44 vills. Still on a massive vill delete. I mean, he needs that. He needs to get the control. Like versus Spain, you just need to hold as Germany, so you will stop the tempo. Seems like Missy is walking in. I don't get it. Like, why people don't completely get the upgrades for the Caribs? Like, what is this stat? You might as well not make them. Josh got a very nice flank on Missy's buildings. And like these triple fours are helping him a lot on holding those lines. But I do have to admit, Josh needs to build more outposts. The natives are rolling for Spain. They're just doing a lot. Finally, the native embassy is gone. Fedi is dropping in score. How is the rest situation going? The food is dropping very hard. He only got 26 vills on food and 54 on coin. Seems like he is trying to deny the building as much as possible. We should try to destroy this building before he builds any more gens there. That's the only building that he got there. Right, the units are kind of rolling. I mean, Josh is very stable. Oh wait, oh god, the food isn't, the coin is not looking good for Josh. He definitely needs to switch ASAP. Are the plantations upgraded? They are. He needs to start sending the plantation cars and also needs to send the rifle infantry combat because that's the card that he needs the most. We got a bit of action here. Not too bad, but seemed like Nisi already noticed. Another 4 layers into the eco. Not too good. To be honest, if Josh still make a run into the native, that would benefit him and his teammate a lot. Like, as long as you pull Spain from this position to this position, then Germany will be in the perfect spot. More mortars coming in from Missy. Good. Coin is still not looking good for Joshy boy. Starting to send the coin cards now. I mean, lucky for him, he still can fill the population with state militia, but the problem is the state militia is not fully carded yet. Finally, a native embassy coming in there. He needs to get rid of the TP. As long as he doesn't allow Spain to get the native, that's gonna be good. The scores are evening out for Germany and Spain. That's not something you want to see, really. Because Spain got a very nice sustain with the Infinite Lancer, so it's gonna be a disaster if it keeps going there. He needs to ignore this spot. Like, this is not a danger spot at all. You just leave that. Alright, the middle is completely dealt with. 2 mortars are sieging. Actually, I haven't seen Josh spamming the outpost. Hey, wait, he got outpost, but he's not max. Okay, there's some here. The coin is still not looking good for Josh. Still got 1 more plantation card to send. Missy is going fully on the natives. How is Missy doing in terms of res? He is just fine, actually. He's just fine. He's starting to send the bombards. The bombard is upgraded. Let's see if the heavy is upgraded. We didn't check that. Let's check Stylo. Imperial heavy cannon. Oh no, it's not. Oh wait, he did get the upgrade. Why doesn't it show inside the UI that it's Imperial? Alright, so the middle is completely dealt with. Nothing is really threatening Josh on the middle. I mean, the middle and the outer section. He needs to replace the flag ASAP. Germany is not looking good in terms of coin. I believe he did feed USA some coin. Right, the natives are popping out in the eco. That is a lot of pop and pressure from Ottoman. The team fighting with Ottoman is not really in favor of USA and Germany. Like, Ottoman in general in team fight is just such a good save because of the Abus and the Bombard. So you want to avoid doing team fight with Otto as much as possible. Just got a lot of pop that are occupied and not really doing anything. Now this is good. He needs more hus there. God, those 7 Lancer shipmen are popping off. Freddy already got the TP on wood. Thanks for the follow. Stylo still got the TP on XP, which is not good. 15k wood for Stylo. The coin is not really in a good spot for Stylo. So as soon as the food goes down as well, that's gonna be the doom for Stylo. But I mean, lucky for him, Josh got decent amount of food that he could potentially donate. But at the same time, Josh needs to put more into plantation. The native is denied, and at this point with this position, it's quite impossible to get the natives back again. Here comes Fedi with decent amount of Caribs. I mean, look at those Caribs, 480 HP, 62 attack. How many of them you got? You got 30 Caribs that he can train, and obviously you got 14 of them, well, 12 of them that you can train from the Explorer. Missy is investing a lot of artillery in the corner. Nothing else is really happening inside the map on the outer side. Pressure is fully on into the native side. Oh god. Alright. The mortars are being denied, but still a lot of pressure on the units. I doubt actually they will be able to stop this. So there are too many units, and Otto got a very good sustain. USA is somewhat on the edge, but he still got the eco, but the wood is not looking good. What are the... Okay, there are no idols on the other side. I mean, thankfully USA got the flag around this area, so he can try to fight on that spot. I mean, these horse art could get a very good value as long as they don't die to the coals. The honor for us are probably getting the worst pathing ever, going through all the buildings. Here come the Delhi, applying pressure on the culverin. Mortars are flanking the corner. He's targeting the walls. Like, at this point you should target the pillars and the walls will be melting. USA is still on the edge in terms of resources. Germany is somewhat surviving. I mean, lucky for him, USA can give some food if he really needs to. Like, at this point, he can't really reveal to gain eco. Like, this is probably the worst spot that they... Oh my god, those Cougars actually got decent stats with Spain. And here comes Josh. He already resigned, and that's game 1. Going to Team Barely Legal. That was a good one, actually. I'm surprised Josh didn't go for the counter run into the opponent's natives. Ready with the domination on the KD. Oh god. I mean, technically, Stylo got the XP, I mean, the good decent KD as well, but you have to consider Germany have war wagons or 3 pop, so you should technically have the good KD, usually. Josh with 224k boom, Missy with 216k, Freddy with barely 200k boom with Spain. Didn't have capitalism though. And Stylo with 251k. So that's game 1 for this series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to watch the next games of the series as well. Until the next video, catch you guys later.